Hey guys, Age here. Back with more Genshin Impact. The version is still 6.0 Lunar 1, and we're gonna talk about what was it called? Stingy Onslaught, Stygian Onslaught, and Spiral Abyss. All right, and about FOMO. All right, if you don't know what that means, it means fear of missing out. Okay, I just yesterday I encountered a player who really brought this up to like it's to the forefront of me thinking. I'm like, and I tried to calm this player down and talk about it's like relax, your life is going to go on. But just start the game and we'll start talking about it. Wait, what? I'm downloading something. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, man! How many like is this gonna be another fix? We'll wait for the game to load. Find out what they changed. I don't think it's a new event activating or anything like that. Oh, someone text me. Okay, hi. Wow, nice. Person just 100% nod cried. Yep. It's very easy now with the treasure compass now, so there really should be no excuse for anyone that actually plays the game. And I really hope to see less, um, people asking for co-op help just for exploring. All right, so I think I did my dailies. I was up late last night, so yeah, I was there for a reset. Yeah, 200. 200. We're gonna spend that with Stygin Onslaught, which is close to that. Yeah, this could be a really short video if you're just talking about it, just to remind people. I kind of hate this. Like I want to go and build Yansan. I want to go build a character, but because this Stygian Onslaught only has a week on its event, right? Yeah, this thing, see? Disturbance outbreak. 7 days. You have 7 days to spend 1,200 resin on Stygian Onslaught. If you don't, you miss out on your free dust, which is your reroll, right? So it's like you're forced to do this. Honestly, I kind of wish, like, why does the disturbance outbreak need a time limit? Like, look at this. If you look at the timer just below Stygian Onslaught, the title. Time remaining 31 days. But then they give you 7 days to do the disturbance outbreak. It's like, why? Why can't you just? It runs the length of Stygian Onslaught. Why do you have to reduce it to 7 days? Like, this forces you. You have to spend your resin here if you want your reroll materials. It really sucks. Look at the challenge records. Yeah, I think these two are like big whales here. I am jealous of this guy's Chaska, better than mine. And this guy did 4. and then everyone else did 3. I'm curious, why can't they do at least 4? Like, I wonder if they're in the same position as me, which I'll show you in a second. Wait, what was that? So, did someone go up? What was that? Oh yeah, what was it? A bug? Yes, it was a bug. Adds compatibility support for iPhone 17 series devices. Oh, okay. Okay, so for me, the reason why I can't do the difficulty hot and menacing. God damn it! Ah, the interface for this sucks, man. Okay, yeah. So these are the characters that I've tried with for menacing, and as you can see, 1 and 3 I can do. Surprisingly, Shirk works well here. It's good enough to not go with their recommended electro charge and lunar reaction, and we'll talk about that in a second. So for me, I could do this if I had a Dendro character. And a main DPS, which I don't have. Because I got Yao Yao, Kave, and Kale. And, you know, I could try to scuff it, like, create a really bad team, which I did for the local legend. For the local legend, I use Kale and Ayato to knock down the crab when he goes up in the air, and use Chaska to target the crab only and damage him. I can't do that here because, you know, Chaska is already taken on the other thing. So I'm literally stuck. If you don't have any type of like built Dendro character that can apply Dendro to multiple targets at a quick succession, you're pretty much screwed. Like I don't see any way for me to do this fight. I mean, you start the fight with 0 energy, right? So I can't even use like Ayato's burst skill or Kale's or even Pyro Traveler, right? I was thinking of using the Pyro Traveler on Dendro, and then if you use water to hit Pyro Traveler's burst, it grows even larger, so it'll hit all the flowers. But again, I have no way to do this. And that's when I realized, like, I really need like a third carry. I do have Mawika, but for some reason, my Mawika sucks. Like, I can get her really good stats. Like, look at this. Look at the stats. With the hero codex, that's 90% crit, 161% crit damage. Isn't that good? Like even with stats like that, like she hits like a wet noodle. Like I don't understand. The only like apparently everyone uses Moiko with Sutali and Bennett, and the only character I'm missing is Jololin, right? Jololin is this character here. I'm like, just because I'm missing this character, Moiko is shit. I don't know why people keep praising her. I'm like, dude, I can't hit shit with her. And yes, like, yes, I don't have her signature weapon, but oh, do you really expect someone to get Moika, to get Sutali, to get just 3 5-star characters, and at least her signature weapon? Like, that's a lot of fucking commitment into one character. Jesus Christ, man. Not to, it's like, what if you fail the 50-50s on one of those 3 characters, right? It's like, oh my god, that's a lot of wishes to go down the drain. At least with Shirk only asks for, like, Escoffier and her weapon. That's it. You don't need another a third 5-star to work with Shirk. Like, all you need is any cryo and any hydro. Like, look at this. Where are you? Why is my controller? Oh, my controller died? What the fuck? My controller died. Damn it. Okay, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Yes, you only need Escoffier. And look at my 2 other characters I'm using, Ayato and Mona. Alright? I could switch Ayato, and yes, I have Farina. But like I said, this would work with Jincho. Right? This could work with Barbara. It doesn't matter. As long as you have Escoffier, right? So at least Shirk isn't as bad as Moika, but Moika asks for 1, 2, 3 5-stars and her signature weapon. That's bullshit, man. And I can't believe people went along with that. Like, such shit. So, okay. So, as you can see, I am locked out from doing this. I do not have the characters to complete this. Am I upset? No. Do I care? No. Because you know what? This is where I want to talk about. This is a phase, all right? Just because you can't do something or you're locked out of something in Genshin or any gacha game, it's just a phase. Remember, they're always prioritizing the latest characters. They're prioritizing Llama and Flint. They're prioritizing Flint for this guy here because you need lightning and the electro lunar reaction to slow down his shield regeneration. Luckily, I can brute force it with Shirk, but for those that don't have Shirk and don't have a main attacker, then Flynn's is looking good for this. And it's like, oh my god, I need the primos from this from this Stygin Onslaught, so I have to pull. It's like, you really don't. Like, you can skip Flynn's, you can skip Llama, because, you know, the next time this resets, it's going to be someone else. This is where you pull for characters that you really like, and you balance your pulling. All right. You pull a main DPS and you pull a really great support. Someone that can be used on multiple teams. Don't just pull for the main DPS characters. Like, don't pull for just Flynn's and then the next time you pull for a Nefer. Like, you need supports, all right? And there's only so far 4-star supports can carry you. So you do need to pull a few 5-star supports. And that's why, like, I think Escoffier, yes, she's designed for Shirk, but her Cryo Shred can work on any future Cryo team. And she does great off-field damage. And she's a healer. Like, because Escoffier allows me to heal, I can power through getting hit, so I can go hard on Shirk. Let's see if I can do it again. By the way, my free unit's C0, so.
Force authorized. I warn you.
Ah, shit.
Looks like violence is the end. Use of force authorized. I warn you.
Oh, come on, man. It didn't trigger? I'm trying to get the double hit here.
Use of force authorized.
There we go.
Looks like violence is the end.
I'm not even looking at his HP. I'm just going hard. See? See?
Send.
Yes. 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 Dude, I'm just farming these for no reason. Like, I'm kind of hoping in the future I'll pull for someone with a moon vision, make this, and I don't know what to keep and what to throw away. Like, hey, what if, you know, an HP scaler character comes out for the Nodcar region? It's like, so I better keep this. You know, it's like, oh, look at this. So this has elemental mastery. It's like, there you go. Could be a good llama set if it all goes into elemental mastery. Let's just go back in here for a second. So, screen. So yeah. For the third fight, yeah, you could you don't actually have to use electro charge and lightning characters, but it is preferred if you have a good. I'm going to emphasize this: a good attacker. All right. I don't care if it's a lightning attacker like Chlorine or Beressa, or when if you're getting Flynn's, it could be Nouvelette, all right, but just have that main attacker in your party, all right. I just watched this hour-long video, This asshole is a whale, alright? Not C6 everything whale, but pull every character. Spend money and get every 5-star character. And he builds them. So all of them have decent artifacts and everything like that. And I'm looking at this guy's character roster and I'm like, and for an entire hour, he could not beat this guy. And this was live chat, right? So I'm like, can't any of you just mention, it's like, hey, you shirk, a shirk team. And he's saying, oh, this is so hard, this is impossible to do, blah, 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 blah. And you know what he's doing? He's using 4 supports. Alright? He keeps changing, like, oh, Anefa, Ye Lin, Zhang Ling, not Zhang Ling, the guy's name? God damn it. No. Jingchu. God damn, forgot his name. Yeah, he's just constantly keep rotating between Jingchu, Yelan, Farina, Enefa, Fischl, and that. It's like, dude, just use one of your fucking main DPS with your character. You have a Nuvalette, you have a Shirk team, you have Varessa, you have Colorin. But he's just like, oh, I'm sticking with these 4 support characters. I'm like, god damn it, man. And his chat is like, they're just pandering to him. It's like, oh yeah, they're just totally agreeing with him that this is impossible and this is hard. He should be able to do it with just a Nefa and Xingqiu. And I'm like, no, he can't, man. What is wrong with these people? Tell him you need at least one main DPS once his shield is down. You only need the electro charge for the shield, and then that lightning character to do electro charge will keep the HP generating shield down. God, and it really pisses. Like, there's this guy with a great account and making it so hard, and the way he talks is like, I could tell that you're just here for the latest hype, right? It's like, the Nodcry was an update. Oh, Stygin Onslaught's out. Oh, time to get some free views and free popularity. And so he turns on his Genshin account, and I'm like, yeah, but he's just trying to use any character that he likes, and for some reason, he has a thing for Dory. I looked at his other video, and he's trying to use Dory in Spiral Abyss as a main DPS, and I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? And again, he we'll talk about as. Oh, before we go to Spiral Abyss, I want to talk about like FOMO. All right, it's okay to miss out. Like I said, this is just a phase. I had a co-op character. 1 second here. I had a co-op character join my game, and they were so desperate that for them to beat Menacing. I was like, please, please, please help me beat Menacing. I really need the Dust of Lightning. I really need it. It's mine. Like, and it's like, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's like, I'll try to help you do it. And this person, I'm like, after like 2 to 3 tries, I'm like, okay, can you pick a main DPS? He's like, all I have is what was it? Oh, Mizuki and what's his name? John Lee. I'm like, that's it. I'm like, those are your main. For them to have John Lee. When was his last rerun? And Mizuki was like ages ago. And those are the only 5-star characters that they have leveled up at all. Even 4 stars, I'm like, okay, do you have like any, like your Bennett? Is it level 90? Is it this? And they're like, no, no, no. My Jiangling is level 80, but I haven't put any artifacts on her. And then I learned that, you know, they have a shirk, and it's like, did you build? Okay, is your shirk built? And it's like, oh no, no, it's at level 30. I'm like, what? This person came into my game and demanded, not ask, they demanded that I help them get menacing done for them, because they are entitled to the dust of enlightenment, and they think if they miss this chance, they will never get a dust of enlightenment again. They really, really, really need it, and their life is going to end. Like, this is how this person came off, and I'm like, dude, calm down, calm down. You have to realize this is FOMO, and I'm trying to explain to him. It's like, your life will go on. You don't need this. All right? Genshin is a gacha game, and if you don't know what that means when I say it, is that it is a predatory business practice, like a casino. A casino, everything in a casino is designed to rip you off and take your money, because the house always wins. Everything isn't in your favor. There is no value for the customer. All right? They make you think you have a chance, but you really don't. That's what gacha is. It is a casino. And you have to realize that, then why do casinos exist if they're so horrible? It's like, yeah, exactly. People still will walk into a casino and drop thousands of dollars. It's the same thing for a gacha game. The difference is, be a smart consumer when you go into casino. They have a limit. Like, if you're going to the casino, the smart person says, I'm only going to spend $300. All right? If I lose $300, that fucking sucks, but, you know, that's my limit. All right? When you go into... And so when you go into this game, it's like, you have to be willing to lose, and lose that much. Now, for me, as a low spender, even $300 isn't enough, all right? For me, if I walked into the casino, they better have free breadsticks. I will walk into a casino and chow down on free breadsticks and butter the entire night. That's what I would do, and then walk out of the casino. That's the value I see in that casino. All right? In gacha terms, think about this. Those free breadsticks, every time you walk in and order something from this restaurant, even if it's breadsticks, you get a token. That token is good for one spin in the casino. In their eyes, it's supposed to incentivize you to go and gamble, go out on the floor and pull the slots and stay out there more and stuff like that. Us, as the smart gacha and casino player, will just, like, each day go in, fill up on breadsticks, get that token. Each day go and get that token. Okay. And at the end of the week, you know, spend 10 minutes doing the slots for free. You don't lose a thing. And that's what this is. That's what gacha is. That's what the free to play is. You see the free value in this game, you go do the grind, and you save up and you spend. And you don't lose anything. Alright? And just like the breadsticks, it's like, yeah, I spent 2 weeks coming to the casino and eating breadsticks and getting that token, and then at the end of the 2 weeks, I went and used all my sorry, let me get some drink here. I used all my tokens. I got nothing. And that's what, you know, a 50-50 failure is in this game, in this Genshin Impact game. You saved up You played the gotcha and you completely lost. And that's what happened to me recently with the whole Chi llama thing. Okay, so yeah, that's Stygin. That's the co-op player I met, and they were angry at me that I could not carry them. I'm like, I'm not a whale. I'm just a smart player, alright? Like, from my showcase, he thought I was a whale. I'm like, no, I'm just a smart spender, and I save up and pull on characters that I like or have extreme value to my account. So, like I said, am I upset that... Come on, cutscene. Why is there always a fucking cutscene for this? Yeah. Am I upset that, I'm not gonna get the Dust of Enlightenment this phase? You have to remember, there's always hope on the horizon. This is a phase, alright? On the horizon, you could do Stygian Onslaught Menacing again. Like the first time, yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I couldn't damage the toilet dragon, the fire dragon, the middle one. On because two of his phases, you have to go through two phases of knockdown just to get him to have no resistance. It's really fucking dumb. That is a dumb design mechanic. They put a 2-minute timer on a boss that you have to knock down twice to actually do real full damage to him. That's retarded. That's why I couldn't do it. This one was fairly easier. Everyone had trouble with Papilla, but I had Chaska, so that did it. This one was slightly harder, but I still managed to do it. It's just I don't have a single attacking DPS. Like, I always get multi-attackers, right? Like Chaska, she shoots 6 bullets. That's horrible for this. And then Shirk is a fast attacker, right? That's horrible for this, but I still managed to clear it. And then this is just like this is another character that I would say requires a main DPS, and Raiden Shogun is not. So I barely managed to do this using Raiden Shogun as a main DPS, and trying. I got her burst powered up enough and keep going that I managed to beat it. Like, look at that! I'm like 112 seconds, man. Like, right at the timer, man. Look at this one too, right at the timer. Yeah, there will be. I say to you, there will, if you can actually give a good attempt at menacing difficulty. Yeah, just like when 1.0 came out, some people can 36 star the abyss, while majority of the people can't. And then as time went on, more and more people 36 star the abyss until 36 starring the abyss became the norm. It's the same thing for Stygian Onslaught. It's still new. People are still trying to build their characters and things like that. There will be Stygian Onslaughts where you can't do. And there will be Stygian Onslaughts which you can eke out a win. Which is this. Like, I eked out a win with these 2 fights. This one, however, it just plain blocked me. Right? Like, you need Dendro. You need Dendro and Hydro, and at the same time, you need a main DPS character in this party that works with Dendro and Hydro, which I don't have at all. I don't know who, like, to me, not many characters as a main DPS works with this. I'm like, who would you use? Like, let's say you have Lauma and Ayato the first, right? Like, or Farina or something. Like, Lauma's not your main DPS. Farina isn't your main DPS. Alhaitham, and then it's like the last one is Nahida, right? As a second Dendro. Like, people always seem to run Lauma and Nahida together, but I don't understand. But I don't have a Dendro team, so so it's like who, who would be your main DPS? Alhaitham? I mean, check this out. Like, one of the best characters to use for this is um Nuvolette, right? Pretty much everyone under the sun loves Nuvolette and has a Nuvolette. And if you have Baressa, Corinne, who else have Electro DPS? Let's say you use Nuvolette down here. Who would you use up here? In the middle one, it's like Alhaitham. Um, okay, a main water attacker. Like I said, the only one I could think of, like, I'm talking carry, all right, carry attackers, like Nuvolette and Moika and stuff like that. You can't use Moika here because hitting the flowers with fire makes them explode and one-shots your character, so you can't use fire here. Who else is It's sad that at Ayato, even though he's a 5-star, he is not a main. Can't be a main water attacker. But he's in the same category as Raiden. It's like Raiden could barely be a main attacker because she relies so heavily on her burst, and he just doesn't have the numbers. Seriously, like, who's a main attacker for Hydro? No. There we go. Hydro. Him? I have no idea if Tartaraglia is good enough to be a main DPS. I'm guessing because his skill is on field. It has a 30-second cooldown and he wants to melee the characters and things like that. It's like Kokomi support. He just doesn't have the numbers. She is support. No. Oh, I see. Nilu would work well. No, she wouldn't. She's all about Bloom. What I'm talking about is personal damage. I'm not talking reaction damage. Just having Lama or Nahida in your team, you just need to do Bloom on the side. Bloom in the crab fight is just like extra damage, which you do need Bloom. I'm talking personal damage. Someone that can do damage to the crab. And that's not Nilu. I don't think, like, she isn't a main attacker. She doesn't have the type of scaling like Nuvolette. Ah. But Milani needs Vape, doesn't she? Vape or Melt. And you can't use Pyro. Holy shit, like, you're kind of locked out of main DPS characters. I mean, maybe Tartaglia or Nuvolette. Unless I can find a video, like, I constantly look up Genshin videos and see people's, like, attempts and reactions and things like that. They're either going to use Nilu. They're going to use Nilu, Tartaglia, or Nuvalette, because no one else as a main DPS. And I say even Nilu's on the fence. Like I said, she's all about like dendro core and like upgrading dendro cores and stuff like that. I've I've never heard of her as a main attacker. If you're stuck with Nuvalette as the majority for Stygian Onslaught for the crab, okay, so you can't use Nuvalette for the third fight. You have to use Nuvalette for the crab for big damage, other than using Bloom. Because I don't think Bloom is enough. If you create a Bloom team and just rely on Bloom damage or Hyper Bloom, I don't think it'll be enough to kill him. Wow. And so yeah, you're stuck with either having Varessa for down here, a Shirk team, or a Moika team would work okay. Like for a Moika team, you would have to have like two characters that to do um, Electro Charge, and then have like Satali and Moika. Once the shield is down, to do damage with the Moika. If your Moika is like built enough with the signature weapon and things, and with the melt. This Stygian Onslaught, it's restricted, man. Because of that Bloom restriction in the middle fight, you absolutely have to have Bloom in there to knock down the crab. It makes all the other fights, the other two fights, harder to build a team for. And all three of them require big hitting attackers. Wait, what? Where the fuck is... There it is. And then we have Spiral Abyss. What? Oh, and I was testing out... Yeah, I was testing out stuff. That's right. Yeah, so, as you can see, I 36 star. But it was still a struggle. Alright? At the start. How do you check the... I always forget how to check... There we go. Okay. So at the start, everyone is using Moika for the second chamber, because the Hydrotopla, right? So yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna use my Moika and bid." My Moika hits like shit, man. Like I said, I can't beat the Hydrotopla with my Moika with 90% crit rate and 160% crit damage, and getting vapes on the Hydrotopla. I can't beat him. So I constantly kept trying and things like that, and I gave up. You know what happened again? Shirk. I'm like, I'm just gonna try a Shirk team I don't know how freeze is gonna affect the Hydrotopla, but it was smooth sailing once I did the a Shirk team. Even with a water character that did nothing for the Hydrotopla, she still blasted through. And surprising, if you can get I had to do like 3 retries on Magu Kenki because they keep splitting up. My God, it is. And then on the third attempt, they stayed sort of together, and I annihilated 2 of them right off the bat with Shirk. I'm like, damn. And then yeah, I chased down the third one and beat him. And then the for the first chamber, God, these I can't remember the lingo. For the first chamber, yeah. I saw this and I'm like, I'm still gonna use Chaska. So yeah, I put a water, I put an electric, and I put a healer. And then yep, I just I just went through this easy. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's it, right? Where's my second team? Deepest Descent, Chamber 3. How do you see your teams? Oh, that's right. No. So that's right. Because I got all the way down to Chamber 3 with the Moika team. Like um I 2-star Chamber 1, I 3-star Chamber 2, and then for the Chamber 3, I couldn't restart with my Moika team because he hits like shit, like I said, right? And they kept um running away from each other. Oh, they don't stay grouped, right? So I had trouble with that. So I redid the Abyss with a Shirk team for the Magu Kenki, and then no, didn't I have a water? No. Okay, I don't remember what I did now because I remember picking. I had trouble killing Knuckle Duckle with my Oh no. Fuck, man, I'm so sorry. Oh man, my head's like I'm just making up shit, I guess. I'm thinking of a different Spiral Abyss. On my first attempt, I did Shirk Team up top and Moika Team at the bottom. And then when I got to Knuckle Duckle, even with the Shirk Team doing massive damage, I could not break his shield. And so I switched it up and then did Shirk Team on the second team, and then Chaska uh, with an Electro Charge uh, team with a healer for the second chamber for Radiant Moonfly. to negate his buff. That that's what I did. I'm so sorry, man. Oh god, I'm thinking of a different. They all start to run together. But yeah, that's what I did. And please don't waste your time. Like I watched this other streamer. He spent the entire stream 3 hours doing this spiral abyss, and he won't read up on what the boss has done. He's like, "Oh, I've never seen this boss before. Radiant Moonfly. What has he done? Oh, I'm trying to power through. I'm trying to power through with Dory. Oh, Dory doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna try Baressa." And it's like, dude, just fucking read up on the boss. It's a very simple mechanic. The buff debuffs you. To get rid of the debuff, heal your party up to maximum HP. Very simple. And yet for like no one in this chat and this idiot just struggling against this boss, and it's one of those people who think just because you say something, it makes it true. Like he kept saying, "Oh, look at the damage! Look at the damage! Look at the big damage! Oh, look at the electrocharge damage! Look at the like." He keeps saying that on Radiant Moonfly, but he's doing shit all. Like, what do you mean big 2k damage on this fight at level 90 is not big damage? He just because he keeps saying it, he thinks it's true. Just because he's seen lots of numbers on the screen, he thinks he's doing lots of damage, and he's not. And like I said, his chat won't tell him anything. But yeah, save yourself a headache. If you see an enemy, a boss, or anything like that you do not know, go look it up. Save yourself a headache and the stress. Go into the fight slightly prepared, right? What? Oh, Francis? I'm gonna call this guy Francis. Oh, this guy's taking a long time to come in. Oh my god, this guy's taking a long time to come in. Is he loaded? Dude, is this guy on the moon? Seriously, like, not loading. Did he DC? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh my god, this guy is on the moon on his mobile trying to play Genshin. No, he's on the moon trying to play Genshin on his phone using the shittiest Wi-Fi ever. I can't believe people would want to play a game like that. It's like, there's a certain limit that you should, say it's like, it's a lost cause, man. It's like, you barely connect to the game. Anyways, that was a failed co-op. Anyways, that's just me yapping about the Stygin Onslaught, a little bit on Spiral Abyss and what I accomplished, and thoughts on FOMO, and let it go. Let it pass, alright? Your life will go on. All right, it's not the end of the world if you don't get this Dust of Enlightenment or the full rewards in Spiral Abyss or anything. Just let it go. All right. Sooner or later, there is going to be a Spiral Abyss or a Stygian Onslaught that you can do. All right, it's like spinning a roulette. Sooner or later, it's going to land on something good. Don't feel pressure to get the latest character to kill the crab like me. Like for me, they're trying to pressure me into pulling for Lalma so I could just do the crab, so I can get those rewards. But if you watched my last video, it's like I want to get Nefer, and so Nefer's best character or support character is Lalma. If I don't get Lalma, I'm not going to get a Nefer. You have to stay strong, and since I failed to get a Nefer, I'm not going to spend a bunch of primos trying to get Lalma. And then, check this out. If I... Look at this. Look how much I've saved up so far. That's like roughly, what? 40 summons? 40 summons plus... 20. So, I could make it to pity. I still got 10 days left and 60. I could make it to pity. And get Lalma. But it would have, like I said, that would have costed me like over 100 wishes just to get Lalma. And then I have now until patch 6.1 to get enough for a Nefer, which is very unlikely. So if I get Lalma and I don't get a Nefer, I'm just gonna feel even more horrible and that I wasted all those wishes. And then it's like, well, the consolation prize is that you have a Dendro on your account. Did you not just say that you have no Dendro? Yeah, it's like, did you not say you have no Dendro on your account? It's like, but the thing is, I've lived without Dendro for the last 5 years. Alright? Every time there was like in Sumeru, all those Spiral Abysses that catered to Dendro, yeah, I skipped all that. So I say to myself, it's like, I'll live on. My account will live on. I don't absolutely have to get Lalma to have Dendro on my account. And see, I thought I was going to get Emily, because like I said, the same reasons, like I have no Dendro on my account. And when I came back to the game after Fontaine, I saw Emily, I'm like, oh my god, an off-field Dendro applicator, finally, yay, wah, wah, wah. And then I read her kit, it's like, oh, she's all about burning. But I could still use her for Dendro application, right? And so I was always on the fence about her. It's like, you're not using her to her full uh, proficiency, right? You're not using her to her full proficiency, her full potential, because you're not using Burning. You're just using her for Dendro. It's the same thing for Lalma, right? It's like her kit boosts. She has Dendro res, and she boosts Lunar Charge and all that stuff like that. If I don't get Nefer, then it's like her burst is absolutely useless. Her burst boosts Lunar Charge damage, which Lalma barely does. Does Lunar Charge damage if you hold her E skill. I'm like, that's it. Her burst gives her 36 stacks of boosted lunar damage. I'm like, but her E skill might hit 5 or 6 people. And it's on a long cooldown. So it's like, is it worth it if I don't get a Nefer? No. I would feel really bad to have this character and not being able to use her to her full potential. Anyways, I think that's about it. Nothing else to talk about, I guess. Oh, there's that. I'm just gonna stay up and finish up burning my resin and doing the anecdotes, and then I'm just gonna stand here and hope for some co-op. Because I'm done. Everything is 100%, and I've pretty much done all the quests and got all the chests. I'll see you guys in the next vid, whatever that is. It could be 6.1, unless something else comes up, which I highly doubt. Thanks for joining me, guys, and thanks for listening to my thoughts. And I hope it changed for those of you. It's like, yes, stay calm, let it go. Your life will go on. Your account will go on. Your account will survive. All right. Just because you can't finish Spiral Abyss or the latest Stygin Onslaught, it does not make you a bad player or a bad Genshin player or a bad person or anything like that. You're not less of anything. All right. So those videos you see of people constantly doing, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, dire difficulty, and oh, I can do menacing so easily, and blah 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 blah. All those fucking whales and people who have money to spend on useless virtual characters and things like that. Don't be jealous of them. All right. Just remember, all it takes is for Hoyoverse to flip a switch and just basically turn off the servers for Genshin, and all that money, all that time and effort and things that people put in this game, it will be gone. Now, for people like us, low spenders and free to play, it won't hit us as hard. But for those people that spend hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, they're gonna look back and say, "Yeah, I wasted my money. I have literally nothing to show for all that." Yeah, Genshin 2's out, and apparently you can't bring over your characters. You have to start over all over again. Again, that would be easier for free-to-play characters or low spenders, not for whales. Anyway, see you guys later. Oh, no, 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 no. Damn it, I totally forgot. I promised them. Shout out to... Where is he? Where are you, man? Yeah, there you go. Groovy Sauce, man. He actually watched a vid and came and texted me and commented. So shout out to him, and he says like, "Yeah, I watched. You're great. You're cool." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is what content creators must feel like when they get positive feedback." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that feels so good. Someone actually watched me. That, whew, that felt so good." Shout out to him. Thank you so much.